teeth. I'm playing. But yo, what's up, section? Before the video starts, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the views in the last video. I hope I keep making bangers for you guys, and sorry for any background noise that there will be in this video. And also, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like as it helps me grow, and subscribe, as well as leave a comment down below on what you think and what the ship should be, because I won't be making any ships anytime soon, but just leave down your ship suggestions down below. Okay, with that out of the way, on the last part I had left off on the day of the introductions. Okay, so Naruto will go home and rest, and the very next day will come along with Naruto actually arriving late, since he knew Kakashi Sensei would be showing up kind of late, since he'd been training with him for a couple of years and he knew what his deal is. And Kakashi had actually been training him a couple of times, but it was mostly Hiruzen who would train him. Okay, he would then arrive and Sasuke would glare at Naruto and say, "You're late, loser." Naruto would then say, "Yeah, at least I wasn't sitting here wasting my time." Sasuke would then say, "What was that?" And Naruto would then say, "You heard me, glorified wannabe." This would make Sasuke mad, and he would then go to attack Naruto. And Naruto, seeing this, teleports to a tree and then says, "Too slow, Sasuke boy." And Sasuke would get mad and try to weave some hand signs, but before he could do that, Naruto would throw a kunai at him with immense speed that Sasuke would have to stop weaving the hand signs to dodge, and he would barely dodge. And then Naruto would appear behind Sasuke, teleporting there and telling him that unless he's planning to fail this test, he better get his shit together. He would then walk away and lay down on the floor, just kind of basking in the sun. 20 minutes later, Kakashi would arrive and explain the bell test to them, and Naruto would smile and think that's it, since he had never really been told what the bell test was about. And Kakashi would then say, "Go!" shortly after. And Naruto would use his shadow clones to immediately bombard Kakashi, attacking him using all sorts of different jutsus, some using fire style, some using wind, and some using lightning from every direction, making Kakashi have to put his book down and substitute out of there. Kakashi would then go to Naruto and have a fierce taijutsu battle with him, with Kakashi holding his ground and Naruto actually winning. Naruto would then laugh and say, "Wow, Kakashi Sensei, you made me use 10% of my power," in a joking way. And then he would teleport behind him and try to use the 100 years of death or something like that jutsu. Basically the poking the butt one. With Kakashi barely dodging it and then start to sweat as he would then reveal his Sharingan. Sasuke, seeing this, would then be like, "The Sharingan!" He'd be all mad and shit with his little emo self. Naruto would then jump away and create a clone and send it to go find Sasuke. As that happened, Naruto would then continue to fight Kakashi using the clones and a lot of diversions as well to have the upper hand. He would also use the wind style bullets, and they would be on even-ish terms, with Kakashi having a slight edge over Naruto. While this was happening, Naruto's clone got to Sasuke and told him that he can't do everything on his own and he needs help, and that he's going to be the one to get the bells. And Sasuke would then begrudgingly accept, and after a bit of planning, they would then figure out a strategy. Meanwhile, the real Naruto would be fighting and get all the information. And as this happens, Naruto then jumps away and says, "Plus Ultra!" Just kidding, wrong anime. But he would then say, "Now, Sasuke!" And Sasuke would come into the shot, shooting a fire style fireball jutsu at Kakashi. And little did Kakashi know it was a clone. Then Sasuke would appear out of nowhere from the ground and grab both bells from Kakashi, with Kakashi being surprised. After this, Kakashi would say that they passed, and even though they worked together, they need to include Sakura into their plans. He would pass them since they technically worked together, but they just forgot to get Sakura into the mix. After that, they'd go home, and Sasuke would go up to Naruto and ask him how he's so strong. He would then ask Naruto to help him become stronger, and Naruto would then smile and say, "Well, then get ready for some hellish training." For the next couple weeks, they would go on D-rank missions, and Sasuke and Naruto would train together, with Naruto teaching Sasuke chakra control and using weights to increase his speed, and teaching him how to use taijutsu. Naruto would spar with him and also teach him a couple jutsus. Sasuke would then unlock his One Tomoe Sharingan, because one day when they were training, Naruto pushed him to a near-death state in a sparring match that he was forced to awaken his Sharingan to survive. And yeah, this is going to be the next couple weeks. Naruto would then go up to Lord Third and ask for a better mission, with Hiruzen saying it was fine and bringing in top. And in this version, Naruto will actually be the tallest in the group and not be tiny. I just didn't like the fact that he was short. not like a shot at anybody who is short. It's just like, come on, a main character. But Tazuna will then walk in and say, that pink-haired girl looks like she couldn't protect herself. Sakura would then get mad and try to go attack Tazuna in like a anime style with like the cha. Naruto would then teleport behind him and say, I think we're more than capable of escorting some bridge builder, as he laughs. They would then go off like in canon, and they would notice a puddle with Naruto and Sasuke taking the demon brothers out before they could even kill, quote unquote, kill Kakashi. Then Kakashi would suspect of Tazuna, but before he could say anything, mist would start to roll in after Naruto points out a white rabbit, or bunny, whichever you guys prefer, with Zabuza throwing his blade at them, and Naruto would dodge, and after that Kakashi would step in front of them and tell them that he'll handle this and tell Naruto to protect Tazuna. As that happened, the fight would go towards the original canon, with Kakashi being trapped in the water prison jutsu, and Naruto, instead of forming a plan with Sasuke and using the Demon Wind Shuriken, he would then teleport right behind Zabuza and cut off his arm with his katana, making Zabuza release the water prison jutsu. This would then make Naruto laugh and say, wow, where'd your arm go? Zabuza would then get mad and try to attack Naruto, but Naruto would best him since he wouldn't have his other arm, and ultimately lead to Zabuza getting defeated. And before Naruto could deliver the final blow, a couple Senbon would come in out of nowhere and hit Zabuza, making him quote-unquote die, and everything else would go to canon, with them all going to Tazuna's house and Tazuna revealing that he didn't have the money for the mission as well as the resting. Okay, and before I go any further, sorry for the changes in voice. Like, sometimes I'll be talking low, sometimes I'll be talking high. It's because there's noise in the background and I want to avoid you guys hearing it. So yeah, sorry for that quick inconvenience, but can't really do anything about that. But yeah, with the only changes being that they train a little more, and Naruto and Sasuke would do their own training since they both already have chakra control down and most of the other things that Kakashi would have taught them. Naruto and Sasuke will actually use weights in this version, and when the fateful day of the bridge battle comes, Naruto would still oversleep and be late, leading to him dealing with the thugs and teleporting straight to the bridge right as the fight was starting. Kakashi would have his fight with Zabuza looking canon, and Naruto and Sasuke would fight Haku. Also, I forgot to mention, Sasuke will be as strong as he was in the middle parts of the Chunin exam, so about the strength that he had after he got the curse mark. And kind of like before the training with Kakashi. Also, Naruto won't be meeting Haku in the forest, and so kind of just be training with Sasuke in a different part, so that would lead to them not meeting. He would then put up a decent fight against Haku, Sasuke that is, until he uses his ice mirrors and starts blissing Sasuke, and Naruto, seeing this, will teleport inside and start teleporting from mirror to mirror, playing around saying, this is so fun. Also, no, Naruto will, oh yeah, I already said that. But like I was saying, he would fight Haku for a bit, and Haku would throw the Senbon at Naruto, catching him off guard, and Naruto would then play dead, making Haku believe he died. Sasuke would then think that he did too, forcing him to unlock his Tsutomoe, which would push Sasuke to start keeping up with Haku, but he would still ultimately be defeated, and then Naruto would teleport behind Haku and slice his head off immediately after saying, "Ha, I got you." He would say, "Ha, I got you." He would then teleport. He would then wrap up the battle. He would then kill Haku, wrapping up the battle. My bad for that. I messed up really bad. Blah, 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 blah. Didn't really know what I was saying, but yeah, he would wrap up his battle, and Kakashi would stab Zabuza, and that also means no, Naruto won't talk no jutsu, and Gado's men arrive, since he kind of just murdered Haku. But when Gado's men arrive, he would basically just release his bloodlust, making them all freeze, and in the process murder them all, and then leave off Gato off to be the last one, and tell him to use his money for the good of the village, and if he doesn't, he will hunt him down and torture him to death. After that, the bridge would still be called the Great Naruto Bridge, and the rest would go to canon, with them going back and training a bit and being told about the Chunin exams. After this, I think Naruto will become stronger and have a tiny bit more experience. Sasuke will get boosted a ton because of the Tsutomoe. And with that out of the way, I mean, that's pretty much it. If you guys want a part 3, hit 20 likes. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. So, Zether out.